Um, so so basically, most people don't see clearly, and one reason I got really obsessed with meditation is I feel like life's about seeing clearly, and I run into all these cognitive dissonances with my patients, with myself, people in my life. You think something should be one way, but it actually is another. So I don't like stuff like that. I like to see what's really there. And that's the only reason I found Rob Berland, because I was set on seeing what's really there and not just believing what people tell me. To believe what people tell you, one of the best things the Buddha said was, don't take my word for it. Practice what I said and do it yourself. See for yourself. And again, my eternal disclaimer: everything I source from Buddhism and other traditions outside the Torah, don't take the whole. Don't use my push to take the whole tradition in, because these traditions without the purification of the Torah lens are often more trouble than good in the long run. I can say that from personal experience. So anyhow, seeing clearly, and that's the idea with getting up in the middle of the night to meditate. Is what could be better to see clearly? Now we have the internet to distract us in the middle of the night, which is really a pity, because the home and the night used to be a place to really like tune in, and now it's just a place to tune out more and more. There was TV before the internet, which is bad enough, but now internet's taken it to a new level. So, like I always say, if you really want to be healthy, get the internet out of your house, no matter what. That includes your smartphone. If you have to, make like a locker outside your house. You put your smartphone in and lock it up at night. I don't know what. I never had a smartphone because I know, like, just gets carried away. So, it depends what you want. If you want to be spread too thin and waste a lot of your life, then have a smartphone. And if you want the deepest health, then work it out. Get it out of the way. There's always whatever middle ground too. A lot of parents that are smart, they get their kids, I don't know, just cell phones only for kids, which means they can only log in a hotspot. So then you could have a cell phone and you just don't have a hotspot at your house or something, and then at your house you can't use your smartphone on the internet. You know what I mean? I can support you to figure it out, whatever stage you're ready for. Um, so anyhow, we're not going to fall for the false messiahs, and we're going to follow the real one. And if you want to really be friends, I'm going to need you to figure out who you think is the greatest living human on earth, because otherwise it's just always so distracting. The Messiah, the Messiah, the Sadakador, etc. It's the greatest human on earth. That's the simple way of thinking about it. There's more classical, in-depth ways of describing it that I'm not completely fluent in. But the basic idea is the greatest person on the planet who's able to save us all, save the world. Um, and You might think, what does it have to do with me? I'm just a little guy in Idaho or Uganda or whatever. I'm just one person. No, the Mashiach is the commander of God's army, and in the army, every person is important, from the cook to the toilet cleaner to the top special forces. It's all one unit, right? It's all one force. So then naturally you could say, well, if Mashiach is the head of God's army, didn't God create everything? Like, didn't God create the devil too? Yeah, that's why. It's a little, the language is a little confusing. That's where the Christians got it wrong. They say God versus the devil. No, God created the devil, you know. Um, So it's like a video game where God made the whole video game, and then God makes the good guy in his army beat the bad guy in his army, but it's all God. You know what I mean? So anyhow, Rabbi Nachman says, don't think too deeply about stuff that you shouldn't bother with. So like this stuff, you don't need to think about it. Just get on Mashiach's team, or the best one you can find, and everything will be good.